All right, joining us here in the media center at Bristol Dragway is the winner of the NHRA New England Nationals, Bob Tasca. Bob went 4:032 at 322 miles an hour in the final round to knock off John Force, pick up his first win of the season, also his first NHRA New England Nationals victory. So you win your home race. You just had to come to Bristol to do it.
Yeah, I would have. I don't know if this is working, but I don't think you need this. I would have gone to Alaska to get this trophy. You know, it's a win that I've always dreamed about winning at a racetrack that I grew up at. First track I ever went down. So much history there for me, and truthfully, it hasn't been kind to me in my top fuel career. I can tell you that much. But we just felt like this whole season was building for us. I think through the first 5 or 6 races, we were the highest qualified average car out here, which is something we worked really hard over the winter because those are the ETs that you're going to need to run in the fall to run for a championship. And we proved we could do that, which I wasn't able to do with the other regime. And then you come into these hot tracks, which we were really, really good last year. And I'm a little nervous because they changed everything. This car is nothing like it was last year. But I'm just so impressed with Todd O'Kahara and Aaron Brooks and the team. And you saw it here. Like Friday night, you got to run caps on a really good track, and you got to throw down, and we beat them. And then you come out today on some of the hottest racetracks we've been on all year long. We lost traction early. I pedaled it against Robert, got it to recover, and then it grenaded. And that's just a nature of this beast, right? It puts a lot of holes out. As a driver, I'm trying to get it to the finish line. I know it may not be pretty, and it wasn't. And then it burned up quite a bit of the cables, and that's where you see how prepared a team is. And cables ready to go in the car, and they turn that car around like without breaking a sweat. And then you go against Chad Green, man. I don't know. He's been one of the hottest, luckiest, you can call whatever you want, but he's on his game, right? I mean, that car's doing great. You can't take him lightly. There was no easy rounds here. And then against John, I mean, I went up to him before we got in the car, and I said, Force, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. He's a huge part of me getting into racing, him and Tony Pedregon. And it's like you get to play against Tiger Woods, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, in your prospective profession, right? And to race John Force in the finals, I mean, okay, maybe he's lost a little bit of his edge, but I can tell you right now, at his age, to do what he does out here, it'll never be done by anybody. So anyone who mocks him, you better take a good look at who you're talking to. And I have so much respect for John. There's nobody I get up off on. Now I got to be honest. I kind of know his deal. He's taught me maybe more than he should have, and I just kind of watch him do his whole theatrics up there, and he's as good as anybody. And then just do what you do, right? And I've been very fortunate. I got a pretty good winning record against John, but there's nobody I have more admiration for, respect, and if I got to win a race in the final round and have John Force alongside me for the New England National Trophy, it's going to be a long time before I forget that win. So just excited. And, hey, listen, we get to do this again in 24 hours, right? Or even less than that now.
Well, Bob, I mean, you've had so much success here over the years.
Yes,
I mean, could you think of any place better to have the New England Nationals if you have to have an alternate place?
The first time I came here, and the answer to that question is no. This place is like a second home for me. The first year I came here, I could walk you to it now. I walked into the tower, and I turned around, and it's a picture of my grandfather's car in the tower. And I said, wow, like, that's so cool to know that he raced here with Billy Lawton, and I think about them almost every time I get in the car. This is a special place in my family's history. We've done really well here. Multiple number one qualifiers. We won here, and it was a lot of fun to win this Epping race here. So we'll try to do it again and take the Thunder Valley Trophy tomorrow.
First of all, congrats on the win. You started off, you just said the word pretty, and that made me think of this beautiful body that you had on this car, and you've demolished it now twice.
I guess that's the racing guy. I mean, when PPG painted this body, and went to Gainesville, I don't know what they spent, but it was. I hope it wasn't more than they paid me to sponsor this race, but it was a lot of money. And I said, I mean, the president of PPG's there, and I'm in the spray booth with him, and I'm like, guys, you understand that, like, we burn nitro, and things don't end well. Like, sometimes it goes bad. And I remember testing, and Todd goes, you want to throw the PPG body on just to make sure it's good? We haven't run it. I said, Todd, never. Like, never. So then we blow it up after 3 runs in Gainesville. We put that black body on it. We come here, and they didn't have time to paint it. So that actually, people don't realize, that is one of the first ever painted wraps ever in drag racing. So that is not ink. That is actual paint. That's a wrap that they wrap the car with because we didn't have time to paint it. And 3 runs later, I blow it up again. So we ended up getting it, you know, we rolled it to the winner's circle, so we got some winner's circle photos with it. But yeah, I guess if you paint a car and make it beautiful, nitro engines don't like that.
Yeah. Watching the way that, you know, your team celebrated here, like, how badly did you feel like the team needed that win?
Yeah, so people always ask me, what are you thinking about when you see the win light? And for me, it's the guys. Because you have no idea the effort they put in, and particularly this team. This whole team was thrown to the street. So was I. You know, my guys didn't believe in Ford, didn't think Ford was committed, and they got better offer from someone else. And as far as I'm concerned, if you don't want to race with me, go right ahead. And, you know, it was me and 2 of my guys stayed. That was it. So to be able to bring Todd Okahara, he was my first phone call, by the way. You know, I knew they were going to throw him out, and he didn't even know it when I called him that day. But I knew that I wanted to race with Todd. Todd has been special to me going back many years. People don't know he's helped me, and I've always wanted to race with Todd. And Aaron, I just love Aaron's style. He's an aggressive guy, but to see, the one thing you can't predict is the chemistry of crew chiefs. Like, I have had many, some recently, where if one crew chief said, paint the wall pink, he says, great, I'll get right on it, right? And most of the assistant crew, that's what they do. There's one crew chief, and the other one just does what the other one does. And that, like a lot that happens out here. And that is not the dynamic with these 2 guys. I mean, I just love listening to them in the trailer. There's spirited dialogue back and forth on what they think. And you see the result of how this car runs. Hot track, cold track. And tomorrow, get ready. You're going to see some when I heard 10 o'clock start, I'm like smiling, because this racetrack with those conditions, you're going to see record-setting runs, E1, and then it's going to get real hot, right? Depending on cloud cover and weather, that can be a wild card, but you're going to see extreme swings in conditions, and this team has shown that it can run on whatever they throw at us.
Does the wind feel better with your kids here?
Gee, it really does. It really does it feels better. I love having my family. We're on the road so much, and these guys got to hang out with me this weekend. Great question, sir, at the front of the room. Yeah.
Bob, I did want to ask you the double-up aspect of this, the mission win with the victory. You know, obviously it's bonus win, bonus purse, and playoff points as well. I mean,
You want to know the funny thing? I didn't even realize I won the mission thing. Like I'm in the car. I'm so focused on winning this New England race, I forgot all about Mission. And by the way, I absolutely love it. Those at Mission that are listening, it makes Saturday awesome. I think it's too fast, too hungry, or too tasty. Okay, I'll get it right before the end of the season. But you've brought a dynamic to Saturday that is just awesome. And then I found out I won that too. So it was just it's a special day. And you know, like I said, unfinished business. I mean, we got a really important race. I think we moved within 2.5 rounds of first place with this win. We're pretty close to that. You know, I've always said, you know, top 5 going into the countdown, that's a good, you know, goal to have to get yourself in a position to win. You know, going in first is even better. So we're going to do the best we can to, you know, stay at the top of the ladder. And, you know, I'm just excited about how this car performed the first 5 races, because I think we're going to be a force come the, you know, the championship time.
You've ran your fantastic, you know, Bristol, I feel like you said, it's almost like a second home. Does that give you a little bit
Yeah, it does. It does. And you know, you say why. This place is a special place. I mean, look at the mountains. When you sit in the car, it's like nothing. We race all over the country on incredible facilities. This is the most unique venue in the world. And you just feel it when you're here. You can hear it, where the pits are. I mean, I'm sitting up on top of my trailer last night like a fan with these two guys, watching the fuelers come by. I mean, it's just a really special place to race. And, you know, I've done really well here, and I'd love nothing more to double up and bring two of these things home. Thank you very much.